Hi guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I am back. To finish up, we're going to finish up this whole page. And you guys, I'm so excited for my next girl. I'm going to do another girl with an afro. But I have a whole other way to do her hair. Like, I like this, but I have another way. It's way more labor intensive, but when I do the drawing part, but it's really cool. So I'm excited about my next one. But let's finish this one. I love how she's turning out. So let's continue. You know, I wanted to experiment with something. I'm wondering if I need any white highlights in her hair, if that's going to look good or not. So let me just see. I was going to experiment off camera and do it, but then, I don't know, I just didn't. So after experiment with this hair thing, with putting some highlights in her hair, we're going to take some white gesso and do a light gessoing over this whole thing. Okay, let me put this away. Get out a liner brush. And let me just see if I need to do some highlighting or not, or if it won't look good. I'm not sure. Okay. How am I going to put my mirror? There we go. So let me just look and see. Oh, I liked putting the highlights in, you guys. I thought maybe I should put some highlights. Okay, so I'm going to work on this for just a minute. Putting highlights in. Now, I won't highlight the whole thing because this is labor intensive and it will take a while. Making sure you guys are seeing that. Okay, let's come in a little closer so you guys can see. So I'm just using some white acrylic paint that I watered down just a tiny bit and a liner brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's one of the brushes that I use the absolute most. I'm going to throw some little there we go. Throwing a little bit of fairy dust, and I might fairy dust her hair too. We'll see. I mean, I might fairy dust the whole picture. I'm not sure. We'll see. And it's cool because I like this hair, but there's this other hair. I saw a drawing, so that was my inspiration. I'm gonna do my own version of it. And the way it's done, I mean, you can never do the same thing as anyone else anyway, but there's no way you can. It's very free form, so it's just the idea of it that I want to do my own version of. So always be looking at different drawings, art, and not to go and copy anyone's art, but if you get inspired and you can do your own version of that, to me, that's all legal. Not copy someone verbatim, but get the idea and then do your own little version of it. Do your own take. And then, of course, you can let people know, hey, this wasn't my idea. I got it from somebody, but I did my own version. And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to stop here with this because I could just keep going forever with that. Okay, so let me stop highlighting, putting those white highlights in. You know, while I have the white paint out, let me just see if I do want to put some fairy dust in her hair. Let me see if I want to fairy dust her hair. I need to find... See, this becomes the problem when you collect so many brushes. I have a beautiful collection of brushes because I've been collecting them now for quite a while. Whenever I see brushes, I always want to get them. But then when you go to find the brush that you want, of course you can't find it because you got too many damn brushes. Just a second. can't believe I can't find. Okay, here it is, right in front of my face, which is why I can't see it. All right, let me put my iPad down because I will fairy dust my screen, which I'll be very upset about. All right, let me cover up the face. See if we want to put some, oh yeah, fairy dust. What doesn't look good with fairy dusting? And if you're new to my channel and you hear me saying fairy dust, all fairy dust is white splatters. So now somebody's like, what is she talking about, fairy dusting? But most people who've been watching me for a little while, they know. They're like, she's just talking about white splatters. I'll put some down on her skin. Cool. Just adds that little extra something, something. Okay. Just a little something, something. Let's move that off of there. Oh yeah, I like it better. I like her hair really, really well with those highlights put in there. I like that a lot. All right, let's get this white paint off my finger and off my mat here so we don't get that everywhere. Let's baby wipe that off. There we go. Okay, so now let's go through and let's, we're going to now gesso all of the collage bits that we did. And let me zoom back out. There we go, so we can see everything. All right, so what I'd like to do for this is, oh, there's my, oh wait, is that the brush I used? No, that's the brush I used. Okay. What I like to use is I like to use gesso or Kilz. Kilz is K-I-L-Z. I've said it a lot of times, but for those of you who are new, it's a paint primer. You can buy it by the gallon for $15 a gallon at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. Okay, and it works just like a gesso. Okay. So what I like to do is dip my brush in water and then dip it into the gesso. And what that does is it gives you just a very light gessoing, which is what we want. We want to still see, we still want to see all these layers below. We just want to cut, we just want to bring them back just a little bit. Want to bring the layers back just a little and give ourselves a good tooth to be able to put color on top of this. We're going to add color. So I'm dipping my brush in water, then I'm dipping it into the gesso or the Kilz. Now around her hair and her body, I'm going to use just pure gesso with no water because I want it to be I want it to be a really good tooth there. And I don't have a whole bunch, I don't have any print around that I need to see through anyway. So I'll explain it when I get there. Just a second. Let me first get the gesso on all my stuff, on all my collage bits. Okay, so now I'm going to take just gesso without dipping it in water and go around as close as I can to her hair. And her body. Because I'm going to add color, we're going to use some color sticks and some watercolor. And I want all of that to have a good base for that. Okay. Did I do that? Yeah. Does that look good everywhere? Yep, that looks good. Okay. So let's put the gesso away, or our Kilz. You guys, look how cute this looks. I don't know if you guys can see it. This bottle. Aren't these so cute? Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I got these at Dollar Tree. You guys, these would be so cute. They're so adorable. And these would be so cute just to keep in your refrigerator. Keep them filled with water. So in the summer, you know, instead of always buying like water bottles, just buy 4 or 5 of those and then keep them filled up in your refrigerator. So you can always grab a bottle of water on your way out. since it's summer now. Here in Las Vegas, none of us leave the house without water because, like, it's intense here. Okay, with the heat, it's really intense. Okay, let me blow dry this. Turn my blow dryer on and get this all dried. Okay, so we dried everything, and we do have bits of collage bits that are hanging over the edge, and we'll cut all those here shortly. So we're good. So now what we want to do is I want to use I'm going to use watercolors, and also the colors, all the colors that we used over here, we're going to use over here. So we're going to use this orange, this yellow. I'm going to use some watercolor. These are Jane Davenport's color sticks. Been using those a lot. Love them. Water soluble crayons made to look like lipsticks. Flippin' fabulous. And then I'm going to use her Brights palette in the teal, which is my favorite palette that she has. And I'm going to use this color called Fairy Tale. And I might throw some purple in there. Yeah, I probably will throw some purple in there because I have purple in the eyes and the lips, so it'll totally work. Okay, so let me get a brush out. So we do go into the Fairy Tale first. So this just adds some color, and you know what? This brush isn't big enough. Let me get a bigger brush. Just a second. I want to cover area, so I'm going to use this. And aren't these brushes beautiful? They're mermaid or fairy or mermaid brushes or unicorn brushes, and I got them at Hobby Lobby in the craft section by the Craft Paints. So, yes, absolutely love these brushes. They're fabulous. They work good and they're gorgeous. Okay, so we have a nice big section of the magenta. Let's go with the, let's go with some orange. This little section of orange. And then we'll go with some yellow next to that. Okay. Get some water going and get that activated. Okay. And there's a little bit of yellow here. I'm going to throw a little bit of more magenta over here. I'm also going to throw more magenta right here so I can throw some purple down here. I don't want the purple to be by the orange or the yellow because I don't think that goes together well. But the purple next to this magenta will be perfect. So let me go into the purple. I'll throw some purple in here. I'll do this whole section down here at the bottom in purple. And this is just to add some color. Add some purple into here. There we go. Let's go back to the magenta here with the fairy tale color. And we'll go over here to the top of here. Go like here. And then I think I'll throw, actually we'll just keep that all magenta. It'll go right into the hair and everything. That'll go perfect. Okay. We'll keep going with that magenta color here. Just blends in with everything really, really well. Okay. And then let's go in with some orange here. And we'll go in with some yellow here. Let me make sure that I'm still in frame so you guys can see everything. There we go. That orange went a little bit too much into the hair, so I'm gonna wipe that off there. And we got a little bit too much orange on there going. If you get too much of anything, just wipe it off. Add a little water. And then, there we go. Let's wipe that off. There we go. Got a little intense with that orange there. Okay. And then here, down here at the bottom, let's decide what we're gonna do. All right, down here at the bottom, I haven't had enough purple on this page, so let's go in with some purple. Ooh, actually, I didn't wanna. All right, we're gonna go with that. I dipped into the wrong color purple. I dipped into a darker purple, but you know what? I'm liking that. So let's just take that over to the other page too. I'm digging that deeper purple. All right, we're all good. And then let's hit it with some magenta on the right next to it. That'll look good. And then we'll hit it with a little bit of orange right here. Okay. Love everything. Okay, so next, let's put my lids on here. Okay, just a second. I'm cleaning out my color stick. I have a bunch of orange on it. And it's yellow. I don't want all that orange on there. Okay. I'm so excited that I'm finally using these color sticks, because forever I wasn't using them, and now I found a way to use them. And I bought doubles, almost all of them. There's two different sets, and I bought doubles, so it's not like I don't have enough. They're so nice, the color sticks. They're just like butter. They're so nice. Okay, let's dry all this. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to use my script stamp. I throw some script stamping in here. And then I have a message that I want to write. And I'm going to do that. And then we're going to probably do some stenciling too, and maybe some mark making. We'll see what we need to do after I do the message. But I've said this before. Sometimes I draw and paint with a purpose, like a message. Sometimes the message comes as I'm doing the piece, and that's what happened with this one. And I started seeing the afro and what it means to me as a black woman, and what I want to call this piece, I want to call it "We Are Beautiful Too," and I put that as the title. And the reason I say that is, you know, black women forever were told they weren't beautiful, their hair wasn't beautiful, and to be ashamed of who they were. And at our essence, this is what our hair would look like if we don't relax it, if we don't put extensions in. And so whether you wear extensions, whether you relax your hair or you don't relax your hair, this is the essence of what we look like if we leave our hair in its natural state. And if we choose to leave our hair in a natural state, it's beautiful too. So that's why I wanted to say we're beautiful too. So some nice deep meaning came out of this whole thing that I didn't actually know was there. And that's why I'm calling that piece "We Are Beautiful Too." Beauty comes in all different types of looks. It's not just one look. It's not just one thing. You know? And we all need to be celebrated. Right? Right. Okay, so I'm just putting my stamping in. Perfect. Love it. Okay, I'm just going to finish it, get whatever else is on here, get it off. Perfect. Okay, and I love doing the script stamping over it because it just, I don't know, it just, to me, just gives it a real magical, mystical effect whenever I use this script stamp. And I know, I use it on everything. Okay, I'm loving how this is all looking. See how everything's starting to come together? All those different mishmash of things that we collaged together are all coming together because we did that gessoing, that light gessoing, which kind of pushed everything back a little bit, but you can still see it. Now we're pushing things back even a little more further when we put this color on top and then the script stamp on top of that. And you can see all these layers, so it looks like an old wall that has graffiti, posters were stapled to it, advertising was stapled to it at one time, then more graffiti, some paint. And that's what I want it to look like. Okay, but I want a message to be on here. We are beautiful also. So, now, really, because this could still be wet, you should probably wait like 24 hours because you can ruin your pen. But I'm not going to use a marker. I'm going to use a paint pen. A lot of times you can use paint pens and get away without ruining your pen with a paint pen. So, and I have a lot of paint pens, so if I do ruin this paint pen, it doesn't work after that, I'll be okay, because I do have a lot of paint pens. What happened is, Hobby Lobby, like always, had a nice clearance in the professional section, and these were only like 75 cents. These were regularly $5 a piece, these artesian paint pens. So I bought a ton. My husband, when he paints, he loves to use paint pens. So, okay. I would love to write in pencil first, my message, and then be able to go over it. I'm going to make block lettering. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I don't think... Let's see, we are beautiful too. Yeah, just gonna, you know, I'm going to have to wing it, you guys, because it's not going to show up pencil. So... Alright, so we're going to block letter. So first I'm just going to write down the letters just in regular print, and then we'll block them, do block lettering. I'm seeing if I can fit the word R. I'll make it fit. A. There we go. We are beautiful. So I will put the word beautiful here. Hopefully I can make it fit because it's a big word. I can't make it fit, so we'll just hyphenate it. No major. And I actually wish now, but it's too late, that I would have actually put this message just like down like this for a little bit further. But whatever. We'll do some type of what down here? Stenciling. So I won't worry about it. Maybe I'll end up liking it better like that. Okay, so now let's block this out and add some really cool, I'll show you. This is girl, her name is Name. I don't know if you've heard of her, and I learned this writing from her. She block lettered, kind of like, it's like kind of like how Diane Reevely writes, which I think is really cool. Not quite like it. But anyway, you go over and over it until you block it out to like, it looks like a block lettering. And then add a little thing like that on there, like a little upside down V or an upside down U. And then just keep going over it until you make it look like block lettering. Okay. So, and there's a lot of texture, so I'm working with the texture. Okay, and then I'm putting a little V up at the top here. Okay. Okay, so keep going over this until you get the block. Okay, look, block lettery. If block lettery is a word, which it's not. Okay. Put that little V on the end. A little V. Okay. And I like, because it looks kind of funky. So, no, is it perfect? Absolutely not. But it's cool. Okay. Just going to keep going. Cool. Okay, so let me look and make sure you guys are still there. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. See? Love it. keep going with the block lettering. Oh, I think I know what I want to put on the bottom of here. There's this hand that I have. I'm going to stencil the hand on there pointing to her. So this message, I'm saying that to her. Cool, huh? So, like I said, I figured I'll probably figure it out and be glad that I placed the letters where I placed them. So now I'm glad I placed them how I placed them. Don't ever worry about, you know, everything not turning out how you planned, because you can always come up with another idea or a different plan. Kind of like your life. Don't worry if your life isn't working out as you planned, because you might just end up with a better life. Happened to me. That's where I've ended up where I'm at now. A much better life. And I did not plan it to be this way, and I'm so grateful and so happy. So, sometimes you got to let go of your old life or your old plan. Let it go. And it makes room for a new plan and a new life. Or at least a new plan. You don't have to have a whole new life, but a new plan, and it's actually better than the plan you'd had originally. And I'm not saying not to plan. Still plan, because that gives you a little, gives you comfort for most people, and it gives you a little map to where you're going. But then just be open to things changing, if it's good for you. I've gone off on a whole tangent, huh? Okay, so I kind of just did that at the top. You can see how I'm doing these letters here at the top with the T and the I. Putting this on like a little, you're seeing it. It's too hard to explain. You're seeing it as I'm doing it. Do the blocking, and then I'm just putting the little, okay. Cool. Love it. All right, let's just keep going. I'm absolutely loving this graffiti background. And then this whole message on top of the, right over the background. I think that is cool. But if you want to take no chances with your paint pen, then just wait till the next day. But I'm doing a video, so I want to continue on with this. And I'm not using acrylic. I only use like a water-based paint, like, you know, watercolor and the water-soluble crayons. So I'm probably, my pen's probably going to be just fine. It's really, acrylic can really mess up your pen. But just know you're taking a little bit of a chance, even with just watercolor. I don't want to yell at me and say, you ruined my pen. You've been warned. Even the watercolor can ruin your pen, but I think I'm going to be okay. And as I said, I bought a bunch of these paint pens, so it's not like it's my only paint pen. Okay. cool. Okay, and with this, I'm gonna leave this paint pen out because the same paint pen I might do some mark making with some crosses and stuff here. But I want to do that stenciling at the bottom, so hopefully I have that stencil out still. Ooh, amore means beautiful, right? I'm gonna put amore right there. That's gonna be fabulous there. Okay, but let me find this stencil I'm talking about. What the heck is it? Oh man, I wish I had it out. I don't know if I put it away or not. I may have to pause this video and look for it. Just a second. All right, let me just look real quick. Just a second. It's weird because I think it's one of my Andy Skinner stencils, which should be right here beside me. Let me just make sure it's not sitting here right in front of my face. Okay. It's not sitting in front of me. Oh, that makes me mad. Okay. I'm just looking around because once you know your favorite stencil, you can't find the damn thing. Especially when you're making a video and you just got an idea. Oh, here it is. Here it is, here it is, here it is. I had some stuff on top of them. Alright. I thought that was kind of odd that I couldn't find it because I always have, these are my Andy Skinner stencils. And I always have them right here. Yeah, there's the hand that I'm talking about right there. So I want the hand to be right like in the center here. So that message is pointing to her. Cool, huh? Okay, so let me get some acrylic paint out, some black. Just some plain old black acrylic paint. Also, again, let's cover up her face because I would be very upset to get that on her face. And let me get a makeup sponge. Okay. Okay. So, where's that hand at? There it is. So let's put it right in the middle beneath this saying. I think that's going to be fabulous. Okay. Is that how I want it? I think so. If not, close enough. Here we go. Okay, let's look and see. Perfect. So let me see what you guys are seeing. Let's see if you guys can see. See, isn't that cool? It's a finger pointing. So there's the message and then the finger pointing to her. Very cool. And let me see what else I want to add. See, there's little things like down here at the bottom. I'll add a couple of numbers just because you guys know I like to add numbers. Anyone that's been watching my artwork, I love to just add little numbers here and there, symbols, all that kind of stuff. Just, I don't know why. It's just me. Okay. I'm gonna add some numbers down here at the bottom at the other end. Cool. And then the rest of this, I like the way this is, so I'm gonna leave that, I believe. Let me bring her over this way so you guys can see the stenciling I want to put down here at the bottom. What did I say I wanted to put down here? Oh, the word amor, which I think means beautiful. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe amor means beautiful. So it's exactly what we're talking about, and I love that. So amor. So this painting is representing, you know what, it's even deeper than that. It's representing Black women who have been told their beauty is not beautiful, whether it's an afro or their lips or their hair or whatever. Or it also represents just anybody who's not the beautiful, whatever that means, you know. And there's so many different types of beauty that need to be celebrated. And so I think it's for all those people who feel like that. Okay, and then I want to put something over here. Like a Asian symbol. I wish I had an Asian symbol that meant beautiful, but I don't. I'll have to look for a stencil like that. But you know what, I do have one that says love. This one here means love, so let's do that. That's cool. The word love is just as good as the word beautiful. Perfect. Love it. Love. And what else do we want to stencil in? Just looking at all my stuff here. I want to put something right here. I have this little symbol, it says 15. It's just a little symbol. I just think it would look cool right there. I use it all the time in my work. I think that looks cool. I want it to be a little bit more defined so it's really get in there. All right. Cool. Very good. Up here at the top, let's just do the number 15. This is number 152, actually. Does the number 152 mean anything? No. Just looks cool. Just another cool element to add to your work. That's what I think. What else? Let's add 1812, just the number right here. These stencils that I'm adding these are all Andy Skinner stencils, if you are interested in getting them. And I want to do the numbers here at the bottom. You know, let me put something over her face again, like I said, because if something gets on there, I'll be so upset. But I want to put some numbers down here at the bottom. Cool. Some of the numbers even smudged out a little bit, but I'm good with that. I think it still looks cool. I think I love all this. And then I think I want to fairy dust the whole piece. So let's fairy dust everything. Put that away, put this away. Bring this back to center. Oh, before I fairy dust, I'm going to do some mark making. I just want to do some crosses here and there because I haven't overdone the piece enough. So just want to add some, I just love crosses, like little groups of 3 of crosses. I learned the little group of 3 of crosses from Name. Her name is Name, and she does this in her work all the time, and I'm like, oh, I love that. So it's something I've adopted to my work. I love that idea. And you can do any mark making. And I like the idea of groups of 2 or like basically groups of 3, but at least groups of 2. Doing little birds over here. Okay. Very cool. All right, just want to add those little crosses in there, just something little mark making. You can make any marks that you want to make. So we did that. Let's throw some, we're almost done. Throw that pink pen in right there. Let's do some fairy dusting. Fairy dusting. Let's fairy dust the piece. We've already fairy dusted her hair. So a little white paint with a little water. So fairy dusting, like I said, is nothing but just white splatters, but we call it fairy dust. Okay, on Angela's channel we call it fairy dusting. People like it too because it's so cute. They'll tell me, you didn't fairy dust that piece. So let me fairy dust this over here while you guys, and then I'll move this over. I think that's so cute when people tell me, you didn't fairy dust that, you forgot. I think the fairy dusting just adds a little magic. Just adds a little more magical this and that to your piece. In my opinion. Maybe not to you. You're like, oh, I don't really like splatters all over my art, but I like it. So in your art, you can do what you want. It's your world. As Bob Ross says. Love him. And he had an afro too. Isn't that cool? I just mentioned him. All right. Fairy dusted that. Take this off of her face. Bam! Love it. Okay, and then open this over here. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do, and we're almost done, is we're just going to take a water-soluble crayon or a Stabilo and go Stabilo or any water-soluble crayon or even a watercolor pencil. Anything that's water-soluble. Or you can use also a oil pastel. You don't need to use water with that though. To smear it, you just use your natural oils, the heat of your hands. and the natural oils of your hands. So just going around the edges, just to give some bordering. And before I do this, oh my goodness, I've got to, okay, you guys, I'm going to be in and out of frame, so just know that. I got to cut all these excess pieces off. So just a second. Also, I need to wipe my hands. My hands are a mess. I need to use this baby wipe and get my hands situated. And the only reason I don't like working with my hands too messy is because you can start smearing stuff all over your work. Colors you don't want on things. Okay, what did I just say I'm doing? Oh, I have to cut. Okay, so let's remove this wax paper from underneath here. We no longer need the wax paper. And we want to cut off, now like I said, I'll be in and out of frame for a second because I'm cutting off all of the collagey bits that were hanging over. Okay. I don't have that many collagey bits hanging over. I usually have more. But I don't have quite as much this time. So I'll be in and out of frame for a second. And when I'm doing this, I can't worry about being in frame because I just have to turn the book. In the direction I need it to cut these collagey bits off. All right, do I have any other collagey bits hanging? Yep, right here. Okay, I think we got all those little collagey bits off of here. Okay, we got them off. Yay. Okay, now we can go back to doing our shading or our bordering with this black water-soluble crayon. And my hands are a mess. Just a second. Again, because that water-soluble crayon was on all the edges, so I just touched everything with that. So let me just wipe my hands again. Okay, and keep your baby wipe by you because you'll need it. Okay, so wet your finger with your baby wipe and then just smear your water-soluble crayon. And like I said, this works good, of course, the Stabilo. It works good also with a watercolor pencil, which is basically what a Stabilo is. Basically. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this girl and the message. And I got another girl with an afro, and the afro that oh, it's so beautiful, the technique. It's gonna take me it'll take me a little bit to draw it. It's a little more intense, the hair is, to draw it. So And then of course I'll change up her face again, so we have like a whole nother girl. Okay. Love how this all turned out. I'm gonna come in and do some close-ups really quick, or I'll just bring the book up. That'll be easier than me trying to go in and out with this thing. See? Just so you can see close up, and then here's the bottom. Well, I guess maybe I do need to come in. Let's just do a close-up. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's go down here to the bottom a little bit more so you can see. Okay. I'll just move the book across so you can see the bottom. There we go. So let's just come back out. There we go. So there we are. We're all done. Yay! So I hope you guys were inspired. I hope you guys like this girl. I hope you're inspired by the message. And you, if you haven't done an afro, oh, it's so fun to draw one. Or if you like how I did the collage background, that might be something you want to try. Let me know if you're going to try that. And that is it for this one. I have another girl coming up with an afro that's going to be so gorgeous. I love the idea for the hair. Okay, you guys, that's it for now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, any comments, questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.